Hello and welcome to my channel. I am truly pleased that you are watching my video. Today I have an interesting topic to discuss, namely the problems. I want to tell you what problems are, how they start existing and how they can be easily overcome. Yet the most important message of this video is that I want you to stop treating problems like problems. But how to do it? Stay together with me until the end of this presentation and you will find. Problems originate from society, not you. The problem hasn't existed until someone put it into your mind. But who was that bad person and why would he even do that? Well, it's kind of complex, because everyone does that without even knowing it. People basically repeat things they hear somewhere else, and in most cases they don't put much attention to what they're actually saying. It's usually a bunch of crappy, random information told in a way that selfishly tickles the ego of the fantasist. It is on a large scale connected to lying or adding fake information to facts just to stretch them a little bit. Most people do so to show themselves in a brighter light. And finally, this information sets some sort of standard locally or globally, and if you don't anyhow fit to the scheme, you are considered worse not only by others, but particularly by yourself. To sum up the point number one, society, often unwillingly, creates unrealistic information that other people get, and this is how their idea of life standard is created. If you don't fit, they start feeling inferior or that something's wrong with them. Solution we're brought by society, but as you probably think, this is not the best idea. It is us, the people who decide what we can do with the raw material. And now there are two solutions. We can treat this like a problem and have a good reason to worry more. Well, maybe some actually do like worrying, but it doesn't make any sense at all. It's their choice. And there's the option number two, which doesn't even allow problem to exist, turning the problem into experience. Since we have to carry this burden upon our shoulders anyway, instead of complaining how bad life is, let's simply start learning from our no more problems. What we should do is to break it into small pieces and do some analyzing. We lose money, but we will have more time instead. I've broken my arm, so I can't work, but I can go on walks and relax my mind. I made a bad investment decision. People are now pointing me out. I learned how not to make the mistake again, and by indifference, I toughen my character. There are always ups and downs, and you always see what you want to see. Let me give you an example. During my studies, I failed a few subjects, so I had to study 1 year longer. At first, it felt like a waste of time, money, and as dishonor to myself. However, during that year, I started my own little business, which gives me plenty of happiness. I started learning Chinese, which gave me the possibility of going to China for 1 year. I read plenty of books that I always wanted, and most importantly, I started thinking like a human being, not a robot. Some deeper feelings began fulfilling my heart. I no longer thought of myself as someone who has to make money and be better than anyone at all costs. Ever since that time, I consider myself as a wonderful human being willing to live my life, not just to exist it through. So what initially seemed to be a total disaster, and so it was burned by so many, finally it became a set of absolutely positive situations. Another danger that we encounter nowadays is big companies. I truly appreciate products and services they offer, but their marketing policy is very aggressive, almost manipulative. Since no one punishes you for working without any ethical standards, the bullshitty, omnipresent advertisements put plenty of garbage into our minds. So the products are great in terms of creativity and usefulness, but in the first place, a problem has been created and then they offered you their product so that it could solve the problem. You must be very careful as the customer and check if instead of getting more and more solutions, you only gather more problems. The problem is not a problem. The problem is your bad attitude to the problem. As I said before, it's up to you what you want to do with your situation. As you're listening to this, it may all seem clear and obvious. So tell me why people keep getting stuck with their problems and treat them as some natural part of their life? Well, the attitude lives directly in our heads. It's what we call the mindset, which is the totality of our thoughts. Just as our body is the result of what we eat and how we treat it in terms of sport, exercise, and so on, the mindset is the result of our thoughts and intellectual or spiritual exercises. And problem is like a disease. Strong body can handle diseases very well. Weak body gradually dies. Strong mindset can easily see that problems are not problems, while poor quality mindset gets stuck by problems all the time and mentally dies the same as the body. So I think it's better to be happy and sick than sad and healthy. You decide. This may be one of the most difficult parts to hear about. It is only us who are responsible for the way we see the problems. No one else, just us, and everyone individually. Our mind is a powerful tool that can provide us with excellent quality of life with as little problems as possible. Yet it requires training and gaining strength in order to filter the information you get. The main idea of this presentation is that only you decide about the approach and processing of certain information. It's up to you whether you want to learn from problem or just have a problem and treat it as your excuse. If we don't move forward, we go backwards, so we must constantly learn how to take good care for the quality of our mindset. It was Best Play channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, click the thumb up button and share this to whoever you want. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.